Welcome back to Bold Life and Leather. Live life boldly with no fear or regrets. Today, my fellow leatherheads, we're gonna review Falcon Leather Extrait de Parfum. And the main question is it worth it? Because it's substantially more expensive than the Eau de Parfum. I got this one and I love it, and you can check out my review of it. Falcon Leather, the Eau de Parfum, 100 ml for 220 euros. The Extrait de Parfum retails for 350 euros. So the first question on anyone's mind will be, is it worth it, or should I go with the OG? Okay, and since we're talking about falcons, I got the eagles here, paying homage to birds of prey. And it's getting cold out here. Hot damn, y'all, hot damn. But is it worth it or not? I got 3 samples with this one. The Extrait de Parfum, since I bought it directly from Matiere, and they gave me 3 samples, 3 free samples you get with any purchase over 100 euros of the Falcon Leather Extrait de Parfum. Okay, this is the Extrait de Parfum. It comes in a black bottle. See, Extrait de Parfum Falcon Leather from Matiere. I already used 2 samples to get a good grasp on the profile. You can see Falcon Leather, Matiere, Extrait de Parfum. So I've been using it extensively, and this is the last sample that I got. It says Extrait de Parfum. This is the last one that I got. Since you know me, I test everything rigorously, so you know exactly if it's worth your hard-earned money or not. Okay. In the Extrait de Parfum series, in the whole series of the Extrait de Parfum, okay, Aurélien Guichard, the founder of Matiere, he only adds 1 guest ingredient in the whole series, okay? The guest ingredient here is Oud Assafi, okay, from Bangladesh, which is known for its round and smooth and deep smoky facets, okay? And then he increases the other concentration a little bit to give you the Extrait de Parfum version of the fragrances that he created in 2019, and that's when he launched his company. Actually, the Falcon Leather, the Eau de Parfum, is the one that made the brand famous. It shows you how much leather is revered and loved. Falcon Leather is the fragrance that made this brand actually famous. Okay. But again, he launched it in 2019. That's when he launched the company. Okay, and since then, it's been 5 years, he decided to launch the Extrait de Parfum version. So the Extrait de Parfum version, okay, it has Oud Assafi, and it has the same composition as the Eau de Parfum, where you got the saffron in the top with the labdanum, then you got the birch tar from Finland, and then you got the oud and the benzoin in the base. I'll tell you exactly. Okay, let's focus on the scent profile on the Extrait de Parfum, and then I'll tell you if it's worth buying or if it's better than the OG or not. Okay, so let's give it a shot. So nice. The Extrait de Parfum is very, very smooth. You have to understand that in Extrait de Parfum versions, the fragrances, they macerate longer than the Eau de Parfum versions. This longer maceration period gives for a better blending of the materials inside it and gives it a more smoother and rounded profile. In addition to the Oud Assafi itself is a very smooth profile oud. It's not like Oud Assam from India. That one is very animalic, and I love that one. The Oud Assafi is a smooth, smoky, deep profile, and it makes it a much more smoother and well-rounded version of than the EDP. So this one is smoother, more smoky, and the birch tar from Finland is more pronounced because, of course, he increased the concentrations. But again, the increase in the concentrations is not that it's not that huge because the Eau de Parfum and the Extrait de Parfum, okay, like I'm talking about realistically speaking, okay? Forget the percentages itself. Realistically speaking, in the scent profile type of sense, it's marginal, you feel, it's much more smoky, okay, but up to a certain point, okay, because that one is also smoky, because they both have the birch tar from Finland, okay. But again, here you get a more a richer, smoother profile of the leather. And again, I think the Eau de Parfum gives you a better contrast. Like we said, the labdanum gives you that full texture, the full grain texture of the leather accord, and the benzoin absolute from Laos gives you that smooth suede accord. Here, you also get that, but the Oud Assafi gives it that rawness, that deep, rich smokiness and smoothness, okay? So it's definitely more smoky. It's deeper and richer, okay? Honestly, forget the price. Given the scent profile of the Extrait de Parfum, is magic. Is like you cannot say anything about it. It's beautiful, okay? Because the Oud Assafi is such a nice pairing with the leather accord. Okay, oud and leather is one of the most classical pairings in leather fragrances. Or anything that has animalic facets, whether it comes from animalic sources or not, it's a classical pairing with the leather accord. Like ambergris, oud, then you have animalic notes like castoreum, civet, all that, musk, these are all classical pairings with the leather accord because they bring out the leather. And in a true leather fragrance, like we said before, the supporting notes should bring out the leather accord, not overshadow it. Yesterday I did a review of the Yves Saint Laurent Cuir. Unfortunately, in Cuir, the violet overshadows the leather accord. And for a fragrance that's called Cuir, which means leather, I was a bit disappointed, okay, because the violet leaf is too strong. It actually overshadows the leather accord in the Yves Saint Laurent Cuir, okay. But here, no, it stays a true leather fragrance, especially with that birch tar from Finland. It's very potent, it's very smoky. It gives you that smokiness aspect of a true leather accord. Very beautifully done, like beautiful formulation. And like all fragrances from Matiere Premiere, they choose really high ingredients, and you can like directly pick up on that from the scent profile. All right, and you can go back to my review of Falcon Leather, the Eau de Parfum. I raved about that one. I fell in love with it. Okay, now back to our main question: is this worth it or not? Because again, the Extrait Virgin sells for 350 euros. The Eau de Parfum sells for 220 euros. So if you already have this one, or if you're considering to get one of the two, which one should you get? A very important question. And I'll tell you right away. Is the Extrait de Parfum worth it? No, it's not. And I'll tell you exactly why. First of all, the guest ingredient here is the oud al-safi, okay? But it is very important to point out that the Falcon Leather Eau de Parfum version already has oud in it. It already has oud in the base notes. Of course, it doesn't say what type of oud it is. Matiere didn't disclose what kind of oud. So maybe it's not a oud al-safi. Maybe it's not that high quality oud. But nonetheless, it still has oud in the base notes. So the addition of oud al-safi here is not something that really changes the DNA of the OG, okay? Since the OG already has oud in it. So to me, it feels more like a marketing tactic instead of a genuine creative step, okay? That's one. Two, the difference in price is 120 euros between the two, okay? For 120 euros, which is like approximately, the Extrait de Parfum is more expensive than the Eau de Parfum by 60%. But you get 95% of the experience with the Eau de Parfum. You get exactly 95% of the experience for much less, okay? So again, that shows you that it's not worth it. Because why pay 130 euros just to get a new 5% more of a new experience, 5% more? Yeah, you get that smokiness and the oud and the smoothness, but again, it's not justified. It is not justified, okay? And the Eau de Parfum, since it's an Eau de Parfum, it projects more. This one projects less since it's an Extrait de Parfum. In terms of performance, which is another point, is it justified? No, it is not, and I'll tell you exactly why. The Eau de Parfum is already a very potent fragrance. I get minimum 6 hours of the Eau de Parfum on skin. So it's already very, very excellent performer. Okay? So you don't need that extra. I mean, maybe you do, but not for 130 euros. Not for 60% extra of the price. All right? And I've been testing this one, like I told you, I got 3 samples from them. I've been testing the Extrait de Parfum. I've been testing it extensively. And the difference in performance is minimal. Maybe you get an hour and a half more on this one. But that's in longevity, not in projection. In terms of projection, this one is a beast mode. This one doesn't project as much, the Extrait de Parfum. It sits closer to the skin because it has more oil concentration. So again, even in terms of performance, it is not justified, since this one is already a big performer, the Eau de Parfum. Okay. And last but not least, why it is not justified, in my opinion. You're paying 350 euros, okay, for 100 ml of Extrait de Parfum. I'll be honest, you know me, my channel is all about honesty. Even the Eau de Parfum from Matiere, I feel that they're overpriced. And I'll tell you exactly why. This one is Eau de Parfum, right? 100 ml. This one is already overpriced. You pay 220 euros for this one, okay? And it's an Eau de Parfum, okay? You can add 30 euros more and get an Extrait de Parfum from a niche brand that is the deepest and the most complex leather fragrance of all time. And I'm talking about the absolute gem, baby. I'm talking about hard leather from Laurent Mazzoni, okay? This one retails for 250 euros, okay, for 100 ml. For 100 ml, and this is Extrait de Parfum. This one sits in a league of its own. This is the most complex, deep, raw, true animalic leather fragrance of all time. This one achieved what Tuscan leather failed to achieve, which is that sophisticated blend of the raw animalic side of leather with the classy, elegant side of leather. Okay, and I'll get to this one later, because if I talk about this one, I need like 4 hours. Okay, that's how good it is. But my point is, you pay 220 for Falcon leather, which is an eau de parfum, while this one costs 250 euros for 100 ml, and it's an Extrait de Parfum. And like, if you want to compare this one to this one, then Falcon leather is Mickey Mouse compared to this one. It's like Mickey Mouse stuff. Okay, this is Mickey Mouse stuff compared to hard leather by Laurent Matson. Okay, so this shows you that they're already overpriced in the eau de parfum, the Matiere Premier. So can you imagine the Extrait de Parfum? So they're very, very overpriced. Okay, but we'll come back to later to Laurent Matson. Hard leather bag. Okay, so it's already overpriced. The eau de parfum from Matiere Premier is already overpriced. So not to mention the Extrait de Parfum is definitely overpriced and not worth the price. Unjustified. Okay, you can get much more for your buck. Okay, and like, this is a niche. This is pure niche. Laurent Matson is pure niche fragrance. Pure niche fragrance. Okay. So again, the Extrait de Parfum is not justified. The price, 350 euro, is way too much for it. And honestly, to be honest with you, I'm very sad to see this pricing, because Aurélien Guichard, the founder of Matiere Premier, like, we saw his transformation from a master perfumer to a greedy CEO. Okay, that's what he became. Just a simple greedy CEO who's focused more on the profits of his company instead of the creative process like it used to be before. In 5 years, it's been 5 years since he established his company, and he just did the Extrait de Parfum version of the bestsellers by adding one guest ingredient, and he's already had oud in it. So like, what the hell, man? Like, I would tell him, shame on you. Seriously, because this is a greedy CEO, man. He turned from a master perfumer into a greedy CEO whose only concern is his profits. 350 euros for this? Oh, hell no. Hell no. It's definitely overpriced. It ain't worth it. Yeah, the scent profile is the same, but, you know, even if you compare the Extrait de Parfum Falcon leather to hard leather, this is Mickey Mouse stuff. Okay? Even the Extrait de Parfum from Falcon leather is Mickey Mouse stuff compared to the hard leather from Laurent Matson. All right, and these are both of them are Extrait de Parfum, and this is cheaper by 100 euros. Okay, so you see how Aurélien Guichard became a greedy CEO who took his company to a very commercial, just focused on the income and cheap marketing tactics. Oh, we added oud safi. Well, this one already had fucking oud in it, so you're not adding something creative, or you're not changing the DNA of the fragrance, you know. Okay, this one already has oud in it. So definitely I wouldn't recommend you getting the Extrait de Parfum from Falcon leather, from Matiere Premier. If you have the choice to get one of them, get the eau de parfum. But honestly, my advice to you, forget the parfum, forget the eau de parfum, and just go with hard leather from Laurent Matson. Because again, these two, the Falcon leather compared to the hard leather, are like Mickey Mouse stuff. So it's like, it's bullshit. This is the real leather, the niche leather, the complex leather. Okay, so refined and sophisticated and raw at the same time. Okay, so there you have it. Falcon leather, Extrait de Parfum. Okay, released last year, 2024, from Matiere Premier. Unfortunately, when you look at the companies and how they evolve or maybe devolve, because I see some, it's a bit sad to see how people turn from their creative side to more concerned with the income and financial gain. And basically, he just turned into a greedy CEO whose main concern is his profits. So there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Falcon Leather Extrait de Parfum. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments down below. Stay bold, live life happily, and enjoy every moment you have above this ground, because every day above ground is a good day. We're in the cold January month, but we love it. It's a new year. So again, happy new year to everyone, and appreciate every moment you have, and make that moment even more beautiful and more bring more joy to your daily moments with a beautiful fragrance that gives you depth, complexity, sophistication, and a beautiful allure. Stay bold and happy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.